For more reaction, we're now joined live by Kevin Zeese, attorney and a member of the Bradley Manning Support Network. Mr. Kevin Zeese, so Manning is not guilty of aiding the enemy, but he could face up to 136 years behind bars. How do you assess the verdict as an attorney?
This is the first time ever that a whistleblower has been convicted of espionage. He didn't give information to the enemy. He didn't help the enemy. He didn't sell information. He didn't put the United States at risk. He provided information to the media and to the public. That's not espionage. And so I think this is a real opportunity to challenge the Espionage Act, always a very questionable law when it was first put in place back in World War I. Now it's time to challenge the constitutionality of this law. But it does put the media and whistleblowers at great risk. As much as the aid and the enemy charge was a very serious risk, the Espionage Act is also a serious risk, and this case is a very bad precedent for journalists. It put journalists and whistleblowers at serious risk.
Having said it, in the wake of the trial, Julian Assange has called on journalists to follow WikiLeaks' path by advocating on whistleblowers' behalf. Do you think the verdict will spur journalists to do so?
I think already the Bradley Manning case has spurred more whistleblowers and more activity. There's been many major whistleblowing cases, many news reports on security documents since Manning was first arrested. The whole Edward Snowden case, for example. Edward Snowden said he was inspired by Bradley Manning, and he was made to take action because of the way Manning was treated. This will not stop whistleblowing. This will not stop people from getting the truth out. The United States is conducting a worldwide militarist campaign against this so-called war on terror that is a never-ending war. This empire militarism policy is creating so many enemies inside and outside the United States that there will be more whistleblowers. This will not stop it.
What has this young Army private changed through his leaks? I mean, do you think he was able to spark the public debate that he said he was aiming for, considering the material that he leaked? There's still a lot of people who have not been charged for what we saw in those videos.
There's an awful lot of discussion, really, for the first time about the abusive and illegal practices of the United States. Bradley Manning really helped to spur the Arab Spring, along with activists on the ground in those countries. He helped to get the United States out of Iraq because the collateral murder video showed Iraq that they could not trust the U.S. military not to have their soldiers subjected to courts in Iraq that forced the U.S. to get out of Iraq. So he's had a major impact already. He's exposed criminal wrongdoing as high as Hillary Clinton, who ordered U.S. diplomats to spy on UN diplomats visiting the United States. She's not fit to be president. It's embarrassing that she is the front runner in the campaign for 2016 currently with that kind of record. So yes, Manning has done a great deal already to change things, topple dictators, spur protests, and spur debate and discussion, and it's just beginning. This is going to grow and become even bigger. This headache that it shows that the U.S. government has lost the narrative. The people are winning the narrative and getting the truth out.
So what you're saying is that the impact that Manning's case has had on the reputation of the U.S. government in general has changed, or has it not, around the world?
No question. The reputation of the United States government, both from the Manning and Snowden leaks, has changed its reputation around the world and domestically. Now the American people realize that the United States government is doing a dragnet search of all of our internet activity, all of our phone activity. So there's a lot of new information that's come out that is just beginning to be understood by people. You've seen now countries standing up to the United States in support of Snowden because of the way that Manning was treated. So yes, this case has really undermined the United States. But it's not Manning that caused that to happen. It's the U.S. actions. We have to always remember it's not the leak that's the problem. It's the policies of the United States that are the problem that need to be changed. We shouldn't blame the messenger. We should blame the people who are breaking the law and conducting these military actions around the world.
All right, to Kevin Zeese, I wish I had more time with you to talk about this ongoing case. I'm sure we'll be hearing more in terms of the sentencing that's coming up tomorrow as well. Kevin Zeese, the attorney and a member of the Bradley Manning Support Network.